Well, good evening. The Lord has surely blessed us with 2 days of wonderful rain around here that we needed so desperately. And we praise His name for that. But today has been a tragic day. 4 dead in Georgia in a school shooting by a 14-year-old student. 2 students, 2 teachers, and I think others have been wounded. Don't know all the details yet. Hasn't been long enough, but they believe it's a 14-year-old student that did, and it just it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart, but it shows us more and more the church has got a work to do. God's people have a work to do, and we need to be about God's business, and we need to be on our knees in prayer, praying for our youth, teaching and guiding our youth and our young people. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9 says this: "The heart is deceitful above all things. It is desperately or incurably wicked or sick. Who can know it?" Who can know it? And yet we see more and more the wickedness, the evil that's in our world. If you've been following the situation in Israel, you know that 4 hostages were murdered just a couple of days ago, one of them an American, and just brutal, more and more brutality. And the heart's wicked. But it says, who can know it? But then it goes on in verse 10, it says, "I, the Lord, search the heart, and I test the mind, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings." We need to be telling people about Jesus, because an unrepentant heart is wicked. God can change a wicked heart if we allow Him to. Now, I know that Christian people do bad things sometimes. We get messed up. But a heart that's truly transformed by the Spirit of God is not going to murder, is not going to do these wicked things. There are people that call themselves Christians that do evil, wicked things. But they're truly not Christians, or they wouldn't be doing those evil things. And it breaks my heart when the church fails so desperately because they're not teaching the truth. We've talked about this before. So many churches are preaching a prosperity gospel. So many churches are preaching the good news, what they call the good news, all the good stuff that God can do for you, all the wonderful things that God can do for you, and that's great. But the cost. And you'll say, no, Pastor, salvation's free. Yes, it is. Praise God, it's free. We can't earn it. We can't be good enough for it. But if you're truly saved, it's going to cost you everything. And that's what the church never tells people. It costs you the life that you were living, and you have to be born again. What does it mean to be born again? It means you have to change. You have to be born anew. You have to learn to live the way the Bible tells us to live. And you think, well, that's hard to do because you have to give up so much. It's not giving up things. It's trading evil things for wonderful, beautiful things. It's trading an evil life, a life of sin, for a life filled with the Spirit of God in your heart. What a wonderful thing it is. So many have run from the church, have turned from the church, because they say it's not real. Because they went to the altar and they prayed and they cried and nothing changed. It's because you didn't allow it to change. Give it a try and let God be in control. Let God take the wheel, and you'll see it's different. It's hard at first. It's hard to give up those habits. It's hard to give up those things. But God will see you through it. I'm living proof of it for 50 years. He will do it if we allow him to. But it goes back to what we've talked about many times, choices. You choose. And you can choose to call yourself a Christian and live a sinful life. And what did he say? Even to every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. There's going to come a reckoning day. And how you live, not what you say, not what you call yourself, how you live is going to determine who you are and how Christ sees you. That evil heart's there. And if we don't keep it under check through the Spirit, it's going to rise up. But with him in control, it won't rise up. We need to teach our children that. We need to show them that. We need to live it before them so they see there's hope. The reason these kids do this thing so many times is because they have no hope. They have no hope. Jesus is our hope. The hope of salvation, the hope of eternity in heaven. A wonderful life here on this earth. I don't regret any of the 50 years that I've given to Jesus Christ. None of them. They've been hard sometimes, but I regret none of them because I know that Jesus Christ has taken control, and it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So I encourage you, if you're a Christian, let people know, especially our kids, our youth, let them know. Live it before them. Show them your love of Jesus Christ. Make a difference. And don't live like the world. Live like God tells us to live. We hate the world. We despise the things of the world. But we love the things of the Spirit. Let him be in control. If you're not a Christian, then I know you're suffering. And some of you may be laughing at me now. Oh yeah, I'm suffering. You are. You just don't understand it. Because you don't know what salvation is. Give your life to Jesus. It's not hard. It's free. But then you have to make a choice every day to continue to live for him. And sometimes that's difficult. But it's worth it. I guarantee you it's worth it. I love you, and I pray God touches you today. Bye-bye.